G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a quad the fixer with bullets exploding for area damage and +1 perception. Anyone caught doing the soyjack at this will be shot on sight. This is a thing that is, I think, a little bit overrated, to be honest. There's no reason why you'd want any more rounds than a fixer than you usually would, because, like, you don't run bosses with this thing anymore. Sure, you can shoot for bloody ages, but you're getting less efficiency with the bullets you do shoot, so I don't think it's even worth it, in longevity speaking. So unless the game wants to give us, like, context-sensitive drops of ammo after kills, then I don't think running a quad fixer is actually all that great. There's better things to kill bosses with these days, like the railway gun, which I would recommend with quad. Not so much on this thing. It's already got a magazine. You may as well use the prefix to make it do something good, like damage at low health, damage at full health, but with a bunch of caps, or perhaps something like damage with a bunch of chem addictions, or punching through an extra bunch of armor. They're all decently good alternatives to quad, but that being said, we're going to try this out, and the playstyle is just going to be full auto all the time, because if they're using a quad thing, may as well always go full auto, even if we are missing blatant shots. But we'll see how we go. We're getting 66 damage right now, and I've got 2 ranks of ground pounder on. That'll go away. We don't have to reload this thing. We're gonna get concentrated fire, so we get a small increase on our VATS accuracy when we're shooting at stuff. Hello, I want to chuck on the commando things. That increases my damage a little bit. Been playing a bit of Skyrim recently. You used to get like 20% multiplicative bonuses if you spec into armsman or archery or whatever the hell that is. So we'll chuck on Demo Expert and Bloody Mess 2. You'll see there's Gun Fu, got Mr. Sandman, Covert Operative for sneakiness, and then we've got Critical Savvy, better criticals for smashing criticals as fast as possible. Bloody Mess, bit of Tormentor there. If we get a cripple there, that'll be good, because a cripple means a stagger. A stagger means they're not going to be shooting or walking or running at us. And we're going to be doing this at Nerd Rage Threshold because I want to see how far I can push this thing, to see whether I'm a big fat liar for calling this overrated. I know I'm smart, so I'm thinking it's not going to make too much of a difference here, but we'll see how we go. It's also got a gold paint that's available on this thing. It's the season reward. I can't tell you which reward because I grinded this out during double XP whilst almost blind drunk, but it's out there, so you better grind for it if you want it. Time's running out. You've got 2 months, don't worry. Okay, we're in Nerd Rage now in the orange filter land because it's currently sunsetting in the mire. There's no green filter here. It looks a lot better. Now we're doing 165 damage. Feel like we could be doing better than that. Have I got everything right on my perk loadout here? It looks like it. Oh, so I should mention I've got Far-Flung Fireworks and Follow Through, bunch of extra special from this. There's not really that much else I can actually utilize here that'd actually be super useful. So, yeah, there we go. Okay, so here we are outside of Quad is OP land, and I'm gonna show you what happens if you call Quad OP in the comments. Oh yeah, you get shot in the head and killed. We're just gonna keep shooting. Why not release the trigger? We've got all of these rounds, we may as well use it, right? Bit of gun through bonuses. I don't ever see people release the trigger in using this thing anytime, so why should I? I've got lots of ammo. Bit of gun through nonsense happening right now, but I'm being slowed down by 0 reloads. Look, fixes are strong. I could be doing this with a bloodied and get around the same. A little bit more damage, but I think the amount of kills and to bullets that I get would be different. 203 damage, that's with adrenaline, and it's a pretty strong start, isn't it? Because I was able to lock onto these guys and just shoot them, and yeah, alright. So, I wouldn't call it OP, but is certainly somewhat effective. Look, game, I just want to fast travel out. Just want to fast travel. Why is this bug still in the game? You wonder why I haven't played it for a bloody week. I don't think I've mentioned this, but I've got 85 bullets because I've got a stinging magazine in that, which would normally give you 25. And that's why. So, I guess I'll just keep full autoing everything I see. You know what? Sneaking is also overrated. We may as well just use this in the most inefficient way possible, right? Even so, what is that, like a 3-4 shot kill? Which means you can potentially get quite a lot of work done per magazine, so that's alright. And if you keep the mag topped up conscientiously, like, you're not get caught on a reload ever. I mean, I'd have to break out the calculator and the whiteboard universe again just to see exactly how much better this thing is in base or in just sustained DPS over a longer period. You're in the wall there, mate. Don't worry, I helped you out. Now you're not in the wall anymore. So, yeah, it's interesting. The explosive gives it a slight edge in crowd control if they're just standing that close to each other. So, that's good. I've decided that aiming is, like, not even worth it anymore. I'm just gonna point in their direction a little bit. And we're back into hidden again because healing factor just healed all of that damage off. I didn't have to use a stim pack. Mutations are great. Did I show you my mutations before? They're all backed by serum, so I don't have to worry about any of the drawbacks, which is nice. And apparently this thing is sneaky enough when I'm not bothering to sneak that I can heal between pods here, so that's good. So even without oh, that's an unnecessary reload. It's got 29 bullets in the magazine, damn it. May as well get through these bullets. Don't want to have a useless reload now, do we? Ears playing tricks on me again. See, I'm slipping in and out of hidden even though I'm not engaging everyone in the place. I think something's about the suppressor has to do something like that. So managed to get a couple of free easy heals with healing factor there, which I think is nice. No stim packs yet. Also, if you see this thing come up, it means I'm trying to switch viewpoints because, you know, Skyrim. Is it going to let me fast travel this time? Yep. Okay, so the plan here is to activate a bunch of ghouls and then just shoot them all when they're on the dance floor over yonder. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a rad shield and then I'm going to do a medics. I want you to take note of my thing here. So 335 ballistic DR. If I have one medics, just one medics if I've got one, I get 360 now. It's not even damage reduction. You get a tiny, tiny bit of extra of extra DR. It's dumb. It's really dumb. They really nerfed that. It used to give you a bunch of poison resistance as well back in Fallout 4. So if you were under attack by a Mylurk Queen and she spat on you and started using the acid and doing damage there, you could pop a Medics and you'd basically resist all of that. But there's no utility in Medics anymore, especially since you can only take just the one chem at once in most cases. I don't know whether it's a bug that people were able to get so many when they were doing the queen kills and all that, when they were still running those. But yeah, it's totally possible to grab a few more. I took the rad shield for a reason there. It looks like it's paid off a little bit. Just sidestep that one. Hits us despite it being 2 meters behind us when the shot lands. That's alright. That's standard Fallout 76 for you. And there's a deer over there, so we've got to remove that one because they'll get distracted. And now we'll play, I don't know, peanut gallery here. This might take a while. Okay, I think that's enough now, and I'm going to gun through this lot. So we'll hop up on the fence, and then we'll hold down the trigger for as long as we get. We're missing a lot of 95% shots here. Like, a lot, heaps. I think Far-Flung Fireworks got them though, so that's helpful. And I'm just gonna full order the rest of them. I mean, I got all this ammo capacity. Hey, I can sprint whilst firing. Can I artificially increase my fire rate while doing that? I don't know. It doesn't look like I'm changing the fire rate at all. Maybe that would be a good test for a combat shotgun. Ooh. Because you can already cook the fire rate in that if you sprint and then stop moving by shooting. So that's good. And I think we're done here. If there's any more, then they'll be spared on this day. Oh, wait. No, they were just stuck in the wall again. Yeah, that happens a lot, actually. And we're hitting the gas thing for 10 health damage. Alright, time to go super mega ultra serious tryhard mode here. We're still gonna full auto the thing, but we're gonna long range VATS gun through them. Yes, that works. We've got a bunch of shots in the magazine, we may as well activate them. Yeah, that works. Alright, that's all dealt with. I mean, I can see the appeal of quad as in having zero effort to your gameplay and getting basically all the kills. So if you were doing something like, Rad Rumble, you desperately wanted to tag shit because they haven't done the thing where they've updated all the mobs to give you XP, and whether or not you're just standing there. You know what's gonna happen when the Bethesda do that? I swear I just saw him. There he is. People are just gonna stand there. They're gonna AFK at places like at like a fucking Rad Rumble and reap all of the XP. That's why they didn't do it. But I guess people are lazy now, and other players get too strong and start killing everything before they can touch them, causing them to bitch and moan on Reddit and stuff. Alright, now we're against the crabs, and I want to see if this thing will choke versus something like a Mirelurk Queen, who's got a bunch of health. It won't because it's a fixer, but, you know, for science purposes, we got to observe it for what it is in a second. We've got to deal with everything else first. See, we've got to do the adrenaline gaining rituals. Hello, could I please lock on? Thank you! That'll do. Is that a bloatfly? I think I saw a bloatfly. Either that or I'm going schizophrenic here. Maybe, I haven't played this game in a long time. I'm already going fucking mad by playing it. Oh well, nothing you can do about it. We'll toss a grenade over there so we don't get any extra damage on the Mirelurk Queen. Alright, maybe a bit closer then. Better. And we'll full auto to the face, despite doing no damage until like 5 seconds after we finish shooting. I mean, at least we had the follow-through bonus there for the entirety of the kill where we could actually hit the health bar, so yeah, good job, Fixer. Alright, we've got the prime receiver. I've got a thing called Nuke and My Blood's in it, so they're gonna get a little bit of damage reduction against anything scorched, which these bastards are annoying, so I'm glad to have that. And where's the third? Is he in here? Yes, you are. No, not even gonna reshoot you directly. I'm just gonna kill you with explosive damage. That's how much I disrespect you. There's a bat. We might see this thing choke here. Generally, VATS makes the explosive nonsense that happens with these guys slightly bearable. We've had a couple of first decent shots. Yeah, you just get a good lock on and VATS, and we'll see you bloody later. See you next Tuesday even. And we'll do the same thing here, because why not? You're going for a big piss attack, breaks the lock on in VATS. Luckily, you didn't fly off too far when you finished your piss, so we were able to pick you up with concentrated fire, and that is exactly why we grabbed it, because if I only had one rank of that, I'd getting plus 1% rather than the plus 4%, which, after a few bullets, 4, 8, 16, or 12, 16, 20, 5 bullets, you're up 20%, which is like 5 times less effective than it once was, but for an automatic weapon, eventually, you're going to see that accuracy rise. And if you get a critical at the same time, you see, and immediately shoot the next thing with a critical, then that's a couple of guaranteed shots, which is helpful. I think we're exaggerating the power of this thing just because my VATS are so brokenly powerful and accurate at the moment. But, yeah. Has my mind been changed about this thing? Do I see it as a Omega God roll that should be used by every player? I mean, not really, but that isn't to say that I'm unimpressed by it either. It's actually performed extremely well, which shouldn't be surprising because it's a fixer. So, I guess in conclusion, if you just want basically ranged, brain-dead gameplay where you can just turn your brain off and get high on whatever the fuck you want, yet still do well in this game, so you can, you know, bear it, like drunk, high, whatever the fuck, well, you can potentially do really well with a quad explosive fixer. You didn't even have to try. I've half-assed this entire video and still haven't died or nothing. So isn't that great? God, I love throwing it in. All I want to do is play Skyrim, and now this video is over. If you want a quad fixer, quad explosive fixer, get one. They're good. Would I daily it? Nah, I've got a bloody 25, which I slightly like better. The fire rate, I think, sells it a lot, but over a period of sustained time, if you need to just get as many bullets out there as possible, I don't see a better alternative to a quad explosive other than a quad fire rate. But then the recoil is kind of out of control, so for a controllability and definite damage per shot, at least on a quad fixer, without VATS criticals, obviously VATS criticals would smash out this thing versus damage, but yeah, I could recommend it. Not too bad. Quite liked it, actually. It's a fixer, though, right? I never said it was OP. Shut up. Thank you very much for watching, guys.